Want to achieve epic bestseller status with Amazon KDP, even if it's your first book? Well, you're in the right place. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about the 7 key things that will make or break your book sales. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about what you need in a book launch.
So there are some key things in a successful launch plan, and we talked about this kind of in detail in another one of our videos, but I just want to highlight a few of them because these are pretty critical, okay? The first one is your email campaign. So when it's time to launch your book, hopefully you've already let your list know by, social media and email and things. You've like preempted it with we're going to launch on a certain day, or, you've told them up front that you're finishing a book and you're really excited that it's coming out. And some people do like a book reveal where you just show part of the cover, you're like teasing them with the cover. There's different ways you can get your list ready, but you need to have a mailing list and you need to have launch partners, and you want yourself and all those launch partners sending out emails that you've written, okay? You've written or you've paid somebody to write them, that are very compelling, that give them reasons to buy right now. And those all go out at exactly the same time. Also, at the exact same time that you're doing all this, like email blitz, we call it, you want to also be blitzing social media. And so on every social media platform that you have, as well as the ones of your friends and anybody else, your mother, your brother, your sister, the dog, anybody, right? You get anybody and everybody that you possibly can. You can ask your friends. You can even ask your friends on Facebook, will you share this, on your profile? There's lots of ways you can do that. But, that's Facebook. You also have LinkedIn. You have Instagram. You have Twitter. You have all these different platforms. You want to be having a graphic and some really compelling text that say it's launching today, and you want to have incentives to get people to buy, right? And we've talked about this in another video. Those are the 2 primary things that can get you to a bestseller status in a really short period of time, which is what it has to be, okay? The other options, there are 2 other ways that I really recommend. There's a massive laundry list of options you can do, but these are like the 4 things most important. Email, social media. The next one is running ads. You can run ads on Amazon. You can run ads on any of the social media platforms, okay, about your book launching and incentives to buy now, like potentially it's on for a 99-cent sale or whatever you're doing. And also there are promotion sites. And those are places that they've cultivated a list of people interested in specific genres, right? Maybe they're people that want to read memoirs. Maybe they're people that like fairy fantasy books, right? Whatever the genre is, they've created lists of people that are interested in those specific genres, and you can pay them to run your ad, okay? And so when you have all of that happening all at the same time, that's what creates a really great launch plan, and that's what can create an Amazon bestseller, is if all those, things are successful, people are buying all at the same time, and you hit the bestseller list. So basically, I shared with you 4 different ways that you can put together your launch plan with 4 different components. There's, like I said, a bunch more. Truthfully, though, if you do it well, you only need 2, okay? Even today, as competitive as the market is, if you do the first 2 well, you can hit the bestseller status, right? So with one of the books that we launched, we help authors, pen, publish, and promote their books. And so people come to us and I coach them through the whole process. And one of the things, like one of our authors, she was writing a memoir. And so with that, we just did the first 2. We did an email campaign. We blitzed social media everywhere. She got a lot of people to mail for her through their lists and also, on their social media platforms. She was able to hit the bestseller status using, the techniques that we suggest with just those first 2. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to do your launch plan. You do have to have really great copy, and you have to have, a bunch of other things that we're going to talk about now.
As promised, now we'll talk about the 7 key things that you need in order that will either make or break your book sales in general. The first is a great book. That might be a little self-explanatory, but a lot of people don't seem to get that part. You'll need a great cover. The fact is, people do judge books by their cover, and if you don't have a good one, no one's going to buy your book.
Right.
That is also true for number 3, which is you need a great title. People also judge books by their titles, and if you don't have a good one, no one's going to buy your book. 4 is reviews. If there are no reviews for your book at all, it's a crapshoot whether or not it's good from the perspective of the person who's going to buy it, maybe. And so if there's no reviews at all, they're probably going to jump ship. If there's a ton of bad reviews, they're definitely going to jump ship unless they're just in it to read a bad book. Number 5 is you need to have the right categories. You can make a lot of book sales, but if you're in the wrong category, you're still not a bestseller.
Right.
If you're in the right category, you can make a handful of sales and be in the bestseller list. So it's very specific what you need to do there. And that relates to number 6, which is you need the right keywords, which are intimately related to the correct categories. You need to have the right keywords so people can find you. And then, of course, number 7 is what we've talked about already, which is the launch plan. Let's say your book is written, polished, ready to go. You have a cover. You're very excited to get your book finally out there. You upload it to Amazon. You tell all your friends. And then nothing. No sales. No bestseller lists. It's dead in the water. In case you haven't heard, most authors never sell more than 200 copies of their book. That includes traditionally published authors. You do not want that. We do not want that for you, and none of our author clients have had that happen. They have all become Amazon bestsellers, and that's what we want for you. So, get our 100% free Self-Publishing Success 101 course in the description below, so you can shatter that statistic with your own writing. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of future videos.
Until next time.
Until next time.